Have you ever wondered why it seems like Aries people always get back up, even after the biggest falls? As if an invisible, almost divine force pushes them forward, protecting them from the worst? Well, it's no coincidence. Today you'll discover 8 proofs that Aries is the sign most protected by God. And I want you to stay with me until the end, because the 8th proof will make you look at your own life and realize how much heaven supports you without you even realizing it. Many say that Aries is stubborn, impulsive, hot-headed, but few know that behind this energy lies a powerful spiritual plane, a light that protects, guides, and opens paths. If you're an Aries or have someone special with this sign, you'll understand today why divine force chose this sign as one of the most warrior-like and protected in the zodiac. So close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and allow yourself to feel this celestial energy that vibrates around Aries. Because nothing that happens to Aries is by chance. There is a divine hand in every new beginning, in every mysterious protection, in every miracle disguised as coincidence. Test 1. A new beginning always accompanies Aries. When everything seems to fall apart, Aries is the first to get back up. While others lose themselves in doubt, Aries acts. And this courage comes not just from impulse, but from a silent trust in the invisible, as if the heart knows that God will never let it fall without a new chance to begin again. This is the first great proof of divine protection. Aries always has a new dawn. Even when they lose, something greater moves to open the way again. In practice, this is seen in situations where Aries thinks everything is over. Work, relationship, hope, and suddenly a new opportunity, an encounter, a sign arises. This is the divine presence at work. And the benefit of this is enormous. Aries learns sooner or later that they are never alone, that even in storms, there is a divine force guiding the boat. Test 2. The courage that comes from above. The second test is the almost supernatural courage that Aries carries. At many moments in life, this sign acts with a bravery that even they don't understand. When everyone else backs down, Aries goes. When fear tries to dominate, they rise up and face it. And here's the secret. This courage is spiritual. It's an invisible armor placed by God so that Aries can fulfill their mission of paving the way, not only for themselves but for others. In practice, this is when Aries defends someone who has been wronged, starts a project from scratch, or makes a decision that changes everything. They are the first to leap, trusting that something will sustain them, and that something is faith. The benefit of this is overcoming. Aries inspires courage, showing that fear is not the end, but the beginning of faith. And each time they overcome, the universe confirms, you were never alone. Proof 3. The heart that never surrenders to evil. Have you ever noticed that, even when angry, Aries has a pure heart? They can explode, speak their mind, but they never harbor evil. Anger passes quickly because within them lies a flame of goodness that God keeps burning. This is one of the greatest spiritual protections a being can have, the inability to remain in the darkness. Aries may even lose themselves for a moment, but the light always calls them back. In practice, this manifests itself when Aries forgives those who have hurt them, even after a conflict, or when they choose to help someone who has disappointed them. And the benefit is enormous. This purity of soul creates an invisible shield. No negative energy lasts long near such a sincere heart. God protects them precisely because they act truthfully, and the universe recognizes this. Now, before we move on to the next test, I have a special request. If you feel this message touches your heart, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to continue receiving videos like this, and comment on where you're watching from. I love knowing how far this positive energy reaches. And if, in some way, this message brought you peace, consider becoming a member of the channel or making a small donation. This way, you'll help this light reach even more people. Test 4. The warrior's intuition. Aries is guided by a powerful intuition, and this is also divine protection. It's as if God whispers in their heart when it's time to act and when it's time to wait. Even when they seem to act impulsively, there's a spiritual wisdom behind it. Aries often makes sudden decisions that later prove miraculous. In practice, it's that moment when Aries changes course at the last second and avoids a problem, or feels the need to call someone and ends up helping them through a difficult time. This sensitivity is a direct sign of divine presence, a reminder that God's voice doesn't always come from heaven. Sometimes it speaks within the courage of the Aries heart. And the benefit of this is constant protection. Aries is rarely caught off guard when they listen to their intuition. They sense danger before it arrives, and sense blessings before they happen. Proof 5. The call to protect others. God protects Aries because Aries protects. This is the 5th sign. Aries has the gift of defending those who cannot defend themselves. Be it a friend, a family member, or even a stranger, they feel the need to be the shield. And when a soul chooses to protect others, the universe itself takes charge of protecting them. In practice, Aries is the one who steps forward in the face of problems, who takes responsibility, who fights for justice. Sometimes it seems like they put themselves at risk, but that is precisely what makes them worthy of divine protection. The benefit is clear. Each act of bravery creates a current of light. God protects them because he recognizes that within this sign resides the instinct of the warrior angel, the one who fights for peace, even when the world is falling apart. Test 6. The strength born from falls. While many see failure as the end, Aries sees only a pause before victory. This is one of the greatest signs of divine protection. God never lets Aries fall without purpose. Each stumble is accompanied by a lesson that makes them stronger, more aware, and wiser. There's something in the Aries spirit that refuses to give up. Even when exhausted, they rise again. Even when everyone says it won't work, they try again. And the mystery lies precisely there. Every time Aries rises, the entire universe moves in their favor. In practice, this happens in losses that later turn out to be deliverances, in the dismissal that opens a new career path, in the end of a relationship that frees them to a truer love, in the delay that prevents an accident. God protects Aries through falls, transforming what seemed like punishment into blessing. The benefit of this is spiritual growth. Aries matures, learns to trust in the power of the invisible, and realizes that not all pain is an enemy. Often, it is the language God uses to teach and redirect. Test 7. The light that accompanies the name. There is an energy that accompanies the birth of every soul, and in the case of Aries, it is sacred fire. The fire that purifies, illuminates, and protects. From the very first moment, God grants Aries a divine spark, a spiritual presence that accompanies them throughout life. Many call this a guardian angel, others call it a guide, but what matters is that they are never alone. This inner fire propels them when their body wants to stop, calms them when the world falls apart, and guides them when everything seems confusing. This flame never goes out. Even in moments when Aries feels distant from God, this light remains there, silent, firm, waiting for the right moment to rekindle their faith. In practice, it is that moment when Aries feels something inside them saying, "Keep going," even without understanding why. It is the voice that alerts them, that consoles them, that makes them start over. And the benefit of this is constant protection. This energy accompanies Aries at every step, avoiding dangers, opening paths, and reminding them that their inner light is the divine presence itself manifested. Proof 8. The mission of being the first to believe. The final proof that Aries is the sign most protected by God lies in its spiritual mission. It is the first of the zodiac, the starting point, the one who inaugurates new cycles. And God chooses the strong to begin what is difficult. Being the first is a task that requires courage and faith. It means carrying the weight of blazing trails, facing the unknown, and inspiring others to follow. Therefore, God covers it with special protection. The Aries is the warrior who walks ahead, lighting the path so that others have the courage to follow. In practice, it is the pioneer who starts a project when no one believes, the friend who steps forward when everyone hesitates, the family member who carries responsibilities no one wants to assume. It is the first to take a risk and therefore the first to be supported. The benefit of this mission is profound. Aries experiences the power of God acting directly in its life. When it trusts, the impossible happens. When it believes, the invisible moves. When he acts in faith, all heaven conspires in his favor. And now that you've heard each of these proofs, perhaps you're understanding how much this divine energy accompanies the sign of Aries from birth. God's protection over Aries is not just merited, but a mission. They are the spark that ignites courage in others, the living example that faith and action can go hand in hand. When Aries falls, God lifts them up. When Aries fears, God strengthens them. When Aries doubts, God shows them a new beginning. And so, with each step, this sign fulfills a sacred role. To remind the world that faith is not proven with words, but with actions. Divine protection over Aries is not a shield that prevents suffering, but a constant presence that teaches them to transform pain into strength, fear into movement, and loneliness into a new beginning. And that is why, of all the signs, They carry such a vivid, intense, and divine light. Because God made them this way. Brave, impulsive, imperfect, but deeply loved. Now I ask you, can you feel this protection in your life? Can you remember moments when everything seemed lost, and yet something kept you going? Perhaps that something was precisely God's hand guiding you. So then know, you have never been alone. And perhaps, without realizing it, this strength that has always accompanied you is the greatest proof that Aries truly is the sign most protected by God. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the silence. Breathe deeply. Realize that there is a force surrounding you now, gentle, serene, yet firm as life itself. This force is the presence of God surrounding you. It protects you when fear strikes, sustains you when your strength seems to be running out, and reminds you with each new dawn that there is a purpose in everything you experience. If you're an Aries, know that it's no coincidence that you were born with this inner fire. This flame that drives you to fight, persist, and start over is a reflection of the divine spark within you. God made you a warrior not to live in war, but to teach the world that faith manifests itself in action. He gave you courage to inspire, impulsiveness to act, and a strong heart to protect. And it is precisely for this reason that heaven showers you with so many invisible blessings. How many times have you been about to give up, and then something happened? A word, a reminder, an unexpected helping hand. Maybe it was God showing you that He's still with you, and He is every day. Even when the path seems dark, there's always a light burning within you. This light is your connection to the divine. It's the sign that no storm lasts forever, and that every fall is just an invitation to rise stronger. Aries is the first to believe, the first to act, the first to trust that the impossible can happen. And that's why God protects you so much. Because He trusts you to open paths, to bring hope, to rekindle faith in weary hearts. You are living proof that divine love manifests itself in human courage. So when fear strikes, remember, heaven chose you to be the light. When weariness weighs on you, look up. There is a presence accompanying you, guiding you, protecting you. And when the world doubts you, just smile. Because God doesn't need others to understand the plans He has for your heart. Keep believing. Keep fighting. Keep trusting. Because God's protection over Aries is eternal. And your mission in this world is to continue illuminating paths, even when no one else believes in the light.